welcome to another week. So obviously you guys are probably trying to figure out, where am I? Why is it just me? Who is this queen? Well, you guys are going to find out in a second. So basically this week it's just me recording because the other two lowers are occupied with just other personal stuff, and we love them and respect them when they're on their break. But this queen right here, like, as much as I need to introduce, like, really I don't really need to introduce, but I will introduce. Yeah. So she is the co-owner and co-founder of Adi Gani. This is only half of the business. Her big sis is back in Fiji holding it down while she's here in Sydney on holiday. And we're just so appreciative to have her on today. Yeah. What makes it even more exciting for me is because we actually met, so it's about 3 weeks ago.
What was the... Yeah, 3 weeks ago. So 3 weeks ago, if you guys would have seen from our last video, we attended Miss Pacific Plus Runway.
South Pacific.
Oh God, Miss PPAU.
See, that's when you know your brain is fried. So Miss Pacific Plus pageant. Yeah. And this beautiful woman next to me was actually the dressmaker for Asena's beautiful piece that she wore that night, which they're now saying is going to be her wedding dress. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so they're saying it gets you a king very soon. So she made the piece. Funny thing, towards the end of the night, we get to talking, we introduce ourselves, only to find out in like 5 minutes of meeting that we're related. So there you go, like, I gained myself a cousin just like that. So we welcome you, and our Matuvada welcome you, because I know for those viewers that are all over the world, I'm sure if you haven't ordered, you've either had a cousin, grandmother, father, niece, whatever, order from Adi Gani. So we welcome you.
Thank you for having me. I'm just looking forward for the food.
Yes, we need to eat because I'm hungry. She's over here looking forward for the, look at her size 8 figure, like she eats. She's skinny as. Okay, let's pray before we eat. Let us pray. Lord, bless this food that we're about to eat. Bless the hands that prepared it. Bless those that are viewing and wherever they may be, Lord God, that they're blessing all that they do. And we just thank you, Lord, for the hands that prepared the food. In Jesus' beautiful name we pray. Amen. Okay, so we are eating now. What is it called?
What's it called? It's in the menu.
Oh,
it's the menu.
So we are in.
So this is the menu,
and we went to Lakemba, but we're recording in Belmore. I was gonna say Bankstown. OMG, that's when you know it's a fail.
Oh, it's grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken. Grilled chicken.
Yes.
So there's there's a spicy option.
Grilled chicken.
There's a spicy option and a mild.
And we have some
chips or chicken
and
naan bread,
and
garlic and mayonnaise. You've been here for 6 weeks. Obviously work and pleasure. But when she initially came, I think you brought orders over, delivered, sizing and all that good stuff. So
including Asena's.
Right, and Asena's that piece. Obviously I'll put that photo up here on the side. So like I said, you obviously have a big sister that you guys have done this together. What was the drive behind you guys starting the business, would you say?
It was basically, it was just out of passion. Because we started the business out of not money.
Right.
You know?
You guys more did like orders with your family, and
basically we just did orders for family members who came to us to want something done for maybe a wedding gift and stuff like that. And from there we just kind of grew in what we do.
So how long officially have you guys been a business?
A business? Not long. It's only been 3 years now. Only been 3 years. Yeah.
And like I told her, I think I told her before, I mean I did tell her before.
Yeah.
Was that I think they've launched in a time where it's probably a massive advantage for them because they have social media and they're able to have their work posted all over social media.
It's probably the biggest platform that we have our customers, you know, because obviously everyone has Facebook pages and Instagram
and Twitter. And you guys obviously also had a piece in the Fiji Times a couple of
sorry, I'm just stuck. I haven't eaten all of today. I just ate breakfast. I got 3 strawberries. I don't eat vegetables.
She needs to be her own model for her pieces. That's all I'm saying. She's sitting over here next to like an 8.5-month pregnant lady. Like,
yeah. So what was your question, cuz?
How long you guys been in business? Officially 3 years.
Officially 3 years, but before that we've always been doing it for
the love of it.
Yeah, for the love of it, for the love of art, designing, Marcy.
That is amazing. So what is your sort of forte when it comes to what you make? And what is Big Sis? So Big Sis name is Anna?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even... This is Asenaca. Oh my gosh, we're like talking. She hasn't even introduced herself.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay, so Asenaca.
So, yeah, I'm the younger sister. We're 5 years apart. So
right.
We have a brother in the middle. He passed away 5 years ago. Right, babe?
Bless.
Here's my calendar. So it's only my sister, then my brother, then me.
Right. So both of you sisters are together, and when you obviously work together, what's your forte in what you make, or do you carry the load equally? Or is your thing like making dresses, she makes bouquets, or? We carry everything equally, yeah. So if there's an order, everything that you see on maybe our Facebook page or Instagram, that's a teamwork. So maybe she'll start it off and then I'll finish it. It's always a teamwork. Or if we get a big order, it's always 50-50. We always do everything together. So you all obviously have to have a good communication when it comes to co-owning a business. What is the biggest order that both of you guys have done? Biggest order? I think the biggest order we've done is this wedding attire that we just did before I came. It's gonna be up on the page like after the... Oh yeah, we upload our work after the event. It could have been done like months ago, right? But we don't upload it before because for the out of respect to the customers, right? And clients. So yeah, the wedding is gonna be maybe this week or next week. It's like the biggest order that we've done. Wow, I'm excited. Wedding gown, the groom's attire, and bridesmaids. And groomsmen, flower page boys, one page boy, and all the bridal pieces, bouquets, headpieces, and all that. I'm telling you, it took so much time, but it's worth it. I mean, I love my job. And one thing that Asenaca advised me before, which I find just amazing, is that her pieces, when obviously, say for example, there's a bridal gown that they're making, they give complimentary like pieces as well to like, you know, to go with, you know, complete the look of the dress, which is awesome. And I don't think in Australia that's something they would do. So that's a blessing for, you know, our people that are able to order, whether they're Fijian or whatever. When you order from Adi Gani, you're able to reap the blessings of those complimentary pieces, whether it be a fan and earring or whatever, bouquet. See, there you go. That you get all those pieces. So do you find where is the furthest that your dress has gone when it comes to like overseas orders? We've had dresses as in birthday dress or whatever it may be, like a birthday dress. Had orders from all over, to be honest. Well, most of our clients are from overseas because I think the people in Fiji have a lot of local to go to for what they need. But yeah, we've had clients here in New Zealand, all over, to be honest. And you know what I like about you guys that I think really stuck out for me, especially being a mum now? I haven't ordered yet because I've never honestly done any big birthdays for my kids, except for my eldest, but is that their pieces, they add color to it. Oh yeah. I love that. Because you know, usually mussies are just either white, black or white, or brown. There you go, but you guys do colors. Yes. So I'm gonna obviously add some of their pieces as we're talking. Like what colors? What drove you guys to do that? Or was it just like a random request from a customer and then after that you guys like run with it? So we encourage the clients, especially moms, for birthday dresses that they come to us for. So we encourage them if they have, because what encouraged me to further this, my work is having to want something in Fiji and no one had to offer. Right, like originality. Originality. Right. You go to this one and they have all the same thing. You don't. I don't find what I was looking for. Right.
that's what drove me to do this.
Step outside of the box.
Because and I'm looking around because I want to get married in a red wedding gown. I know it's never been done before. But
Only Russia can do that.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
No one had to offer because there's no one. I've never seen anyone do a colored masi. So that's why we always encourage our clients to come up with a birthday theme. So if it's bumblebee, we have the bumblebee theme dress, and so it's yellow. Pooh Bear as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we dye our masi to be able to cater for that.
That
to be different.
And that's what I think that's why your pieces would stand out. Like when it eventually like blew up on social media, that's what sets your pieces apart. So what would you say was, like, apart from the fact that this is obviously your passion, what would be also something that inspires you? Because apart from it just being, you know, you're driving and you're pushing yourself to always, you know, think outside the box. What inspires you?
Anything and everything that I see every day.
Yeah.
I'm not inspired by, you know, myself or my sister or anyone in particular. Right. When I go out, I see a tree. Oh, I wanna, like, that would look good on a masi if I painted it this way. And when I paint it, it looks actually something totally different and better. And I'm like, wow, this is, you know.
That's
so amazing. I'm inspired, to answer your question, I think I'm inspired by everything that I see every day and people that I meet, because at the end of the
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're better. Look at the camera this side, okay? Blame the child because the child forgot to charge the camera. Cheers. Beers. Okay, so
yeah. So as I was saying, what I'm inspired of is anything and everything that I see around me.
That's the best.
That's the best. Because at the end of the day, we are all inspired of something.
Of course.
Or of someone.
Of course, definitely. I believe that, definitely. So I sort of wanted to steer away from having to ask this question, but obviously it's unavoidable. How do you deal with bad criticism?
Just ignore it.
Okay.
Because if you choose to pay attention to it, you won't go forward, you know? If you choose to listen to the negative and dwell on it, it won't take you anywhere.
Exactly. So obviously I say this because this past week there was a status that was posted up. Hey, whether it be through miscommunication, misunderstanding, whatever, but sometimes obviously when it's put on such a public platform, the damage is definitely done. But I think what's great with you and Anna was that you guys obviously didn't address it publicly. Yeah. And in saying that, your clientele is already very much growing irrespective of what's said. Because people obviously, the work speaks for itself. Yeah. And I think just us as Fijians, like we always say this, and like we're big believers being on this platform. Like we still get haters, you know, to this day that don't want to support on the slide, and that's fine, to each their own. We're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. But the one thing as being Fijians is that we try and promote the fact that, you know, hey, let's be supportive of each other. Let's not be, you know, sly in how we give comments or how we uplift each other in a sense, because sometimes it can be undermined with, man, you're really good, but you're like this person, or you're like, and it's really like you're taking away from hard work, or you're taking away from, you know, the time that we put into putting these kind of, you know, wait, I keep on saying shows like we have a channel. Can I?
Excuse me, we do have a channel.
It's channel 7 for you, yes.
BET.
Yes, BET, yes, girl. Oh man, I literally need to stop. But you know what I mean? Yeah. How do you find it in Fiji? Because obviously you stated before that, you know, masi dresses aren't. There is a lot of, you know, other businesses that they could go to and people can go to. How do you find it when you're coming up in Fiji and the business and there? Like, do you find the support is there with amongst the other designers? Or do you find it hard? Or what do you find it back in Fiji, back home?
Well, obviously, I'm not really well versed with the designing platform in Fiji, because all the fashion shows we don't take part in because we're 7th day. So we basically do our own thing. We're not part of any fashion shows or anything. So
is that obviously a choice?
But we've had designers mailing us and
wanting to collab.
wanting to collab and thanking us for what we're doing, you know, having a broader perspective of the Masiwe and the Tupperwares, because they've been doing it for so many years in the past, and you know, I'm also inspired by some of their works. Of course. One of the Asana's dress, the neckline is inspired. One of the design for the neckline is inspired by Epeli Tumbenga, one of his collections. For
I'm gonna put up
shout
one
out
of his
to
pieces.
Epeli Tumbenga.
Yes,
I'm actually working with him now for another pageant dress, but like, we can talk about that later. Epeli Tumbenga and yeah, that designers that came before me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So do you find that, being that obviously you have people that reach out to you though, do you find that just as in the world of designing in Fiji, that everyone's nice, or is it sort of like to each their own in a sense, or like how do you find it amongst?
People have their own thing to say about, you know, your business.
Right.
But, so far everything's been it's been good. The critics, all the what do you call that when they come onto your page and they rate it?
Feedback.
Yeah, the feedbacks. Yeah. So all our customers have been
Have been amazing.
Have been amazing, because if they give us something, we try and make it better to look better than the one that you share. And also we try to keep originality, because we don't want to be copying off somebody.
Of course.
So that's why we try all our...
Well, look, I need to say this anyway, because I am a very much firm believer, and I brought this up to my Tavale sometime this week, that I dislike when people are like, oh, you copied, or you need to be original, or this. Okay, boo-boo, you come up with something and you let me know what's original, because all I know biblically, and I've always been told this from my mom, was that, excuse me, there is nothing new under the sun. What was done before will be done again, but it's just going to be your spin on it. Do you know what I mean? You know, like,
yeah.
I literally cannot stand when people are like, oh, you copied, or you did this, boo, we all copied. See this hairstyle here? I copied it as well from Naomi Campbell, but I wear it better. Of course. You know, you know. So there's always going to be something that people are going to try and undermine what you do.
People will always have something to say about what you do, even if it's good or bad.
Good or bad.
Always say something.
But that's what I mean. Your clientele, I think, speaks for itself. You know, your page speaks for itself, and I think the fact that you and Anna are very much hold your heads up high, irrespective of what people say. You don't react. I'm a reactor. I react sometimes a bit too fast.
But I have to add, all the designers in Fiji so far that we've come across in our business, they've all been encouraging.
And I absolutely love, I love that in Fiji, because this past couple of months they had the Fiji fashion parade thing, and I was gobsmacked, to say the least, because I honestly didn't realize the standard of fashion in Fiji, and I feel bad for saying that because I sound probably really stupid, but I never knew the art of design that the Fijian people had. Honestly, is amazing. Amazing. I can't wait for you to showcase your stuff, to be honest, because just to say that you guys are, obviously you step out of the box with every piece that you do. You don't try to mimic the same dress again. You can only imagine when you eventually do showcase your piece on a platform like that, for example, it's gonna be crazy. Because honestly, I was watching the live from here. I don't know if anyone, I'm sure that a lot of people from overseas are watching the live for the fashion show back in Fiji, but it's amazing. It's amazing. You guys are amazing. Amazing. Honestly, you're here on holiday, and I truly appreciate the time that you've just given up today. I literally just crashed their place, said, can we do this? It was either the car.
Well, we had no choice because she was...
I'm so sorry. I was literally... She was like, see you soon. And I'm like, I'm here. I'm like, surprise. I just rocked up. It's like, oh, we're going. And I'm like, nowhere. Hey, this is what my tamale... I have to do that.
No choice.
I have to do that. Surprise her, I was going to start... I was going to bang on the door going... each neighbor's house and be like, hey, I need to see my tavale, let me in. Yeah. That's it for you. And let me just say, like, okay, I have to actually elaborate our conversation when we first met. I approached her because I wanted to first congratulate her for the piece and what she actually designed, because it was amazing, right? So I go up to her and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, hi, my name is... Stop. This is her. Stop. You don't remember this, do you?
No, I'm drunk.
She's like, stop.
It was my fucking morning.
She's like, stop. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she's like going, you don't have to tell me who you are. I know who you are. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was like, what? And then she's like going, my best friend. You said you had a best friend.
My gay best friend, Josiah. He's your #1 fan, by the way.
She was like, my best friend, Josiah, loves you. And I know about you. And I'm going to take a photo with you. Same time, it's like, smile. And we're like...
So you have to leave the photos.
Literally, that was our cheese right there. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was just cracking me up talking to her, because obviously, yes, she was, happy, very happy. So we're talking. And then she's like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Iran. She's like, what? So we start talking, and obviously I'm like, Susmanrai, because I blame my father, thanks, Padre. But I'm literally, she's like, do you know where this is? I'm like, So I'm like, the only way to do it, I'm like, what's your name on Facebook? But she probably didn't suss out what I was trying to do. I'm like, what's your name on Facebook? She's like, oh yeah. And then she puts in her name. And then what do? The first thing I do is I go to mutual friends. I go to mutual friends and I see my cousin brother there. And I just go like this to her casually. I'm like, how do you know this guy? And she's like, oh, that's my tavale. Mama Rukuni, who was my talibu. Mama Rukuni is da. And I'm like going, oh yeah? I'm like, yeah, well, Mama Rukuni, it's my father, my talibu. And she's like, no way. So another introduction again, another hug, another
introduction.
It was like, I know you, family. Da. So that was our whole meet and greet that night. We introduced ourselves twice.
Well, first was because of the corporate introduction, and the other one
was the family. So Josiah, shout out to you, boo boo, because you were the one that sort of brought us together. Boy, the whole stop. I know who you are. I'm like, boy, I was like shook. I'm coming up here
Stop talking.
to this designer. I'm like in awe of her work and just like amazed that I was even meeting her the night. And she's like, says that she even like vaguely knows me. I'm like, what? You don't know me. I know you. Oh my gosh. But yes, I just want to say, because we're going to like close this off, but I just want to thank you, Tavale, again for availing yourself. And this is my brother here that's very on camera. Set up this whole setting for us. But thank you guys just for availing yourselves and for allowing the people to meet you and hear about you. And like I said, all socials down below. Please feel free to support.
Thanks for crashing the house.
I live here now, guys. You should see this house. It's amazing. I literally want to live here though. Seriously. Wait, no kids? Stay the night, guys. Stay the night. You guys sleep down here. I'll go up there. Well, exactly. But yeah, so like we'll definitely leave their socials. So please, let's continue to support local business. Let's continue to support local artists, because you don't understand, like obviously this is their livelihood, this is their passion. And like she said before, nothing's done twice over. Everything is obviously from your vision, her vision, put together. So we love you.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having
us. Having me on your channel.
Thanks for having us. Wait, on our channel, even BET. LT channel, what? Not joking. Boy. So guys, also thank you to the girls for allowing this time for me to be able to interview my Tavale. And I don't know, guys, whether I'll be on the next couple of videos, because this baby is about to make her entrance. Literally, so we'll keep you posted on that. I'll try and do a birth vlog, just like Dillo's gonna be posting that up soon. So we appreciate you guys. Peace.
Peace.